afternoon, guys. Lovely to see you again. I'm so glad. I want to share with you. I continued, of course, writing in my book. Yeah, I'm wearing a fancy jumper, one of my collage works, you know. So today is chapter 52, and today I'm sharing about a special woman in particular, Tine W. Oh yeah, sorry. My name is Jasmina Paulaji. I'm writing a book in German and in English, and this channel is about my English version. You know, I'm writing parallel and translate into English, and I'm also open if you have suggestions, because I'm still learning. You know, that's my first book. If you think, because sometimes I put these questions out, you know, with certain phrases, is it better to say this way or this way? And you're welcome to put a comment down below or in the live chat box right now. So I hope your day is going well. I started my day, I slept enough, which is very important for me. And I started my day with coffee and meditation. And if I put really like a focus on clearly do meditation, not going just into nature and sitting outside, because it's more like visualizing, which is very important too. But a focused meditation is so much deeper and it's a great start. And then I had a very good yoga session as well today. Yeah, what a luxury, you know. So, Tine. I'm now often at Tine's place, who has just moved into Griebnitz 4 Griebnitz Street, right next to Zion's Church Place, which is on the border to Berlin Mitte, this district, border to Prenzlauer Berg. And the Zion's Church is a very old church. There happens also all kind of events and so on. I might maybe sometime later share with you. I did once a short film when I was a student, and we did film there too. So maybe if I know how to put it into, you know, the video, then I might share it with you. But yeah, first things first, you know, I'm still learning. I'm also doing the YouTube Academy thing, which is great, you know. It's like it's lovely. I'm very excited. So what I learn, and I'm grateful for some videos have been watched a lot. So I really encourage you to subscribe to my channel and to support me in my work, which is writing that book. Yeah, because I have already, after that book, a marvelous story coming, you know. So I feel like it will be a trilogy, you know. Anyway, so Zion's Church. So Jim, her son, is only there every few days. He's 4 years old and is with the grandma and grandpa in Schöneberg, another district in west part of Berlin, on the other days of the week, because Tine is quite overwhelmed with her mental disorder, because she just was diagnosed with bipolarity. Can I say that? Bipolarity. Sorry if I say something wrong, and I hope no one feels offended. So, and she's on all kinds of medication at the moment, including lithium, which I have never heard before. Julia, another friend, also lives with her temporarily and sleeps on the couch in Jim's children's room. Can I say that? In Jim's children's room. So, yeah, Julia, a very nice girl from Italy. Julia just has broken up with Rupy, an artist, the guy from The Eimer, translated Bucket, which was a club, doesn't exist anymore. There's a restaurant chain now there at Rosenthaler Street, next to Rosenthaler Place, where the underground is, Rosenthaler Platz. Yeah, I'm just getting to know Jim, a very sweet and charming little boy. From the very beginning, I feel a special bond with him, as if he were my unborn son. He's so sweet, honestly. What a charming little boy. Tine is really stressed out about everything. And says things like that she is now unable to work because of her illness. I can hardly imagine that, because she's got a lot going for her. She's got an insane wit, like a wit like no one else. Honestly, she's like a special talent. Like she's a multi-talent. And that's the thing, you know, with a lot of people I crossed paths in my life, to see, you know, because she was on the top of her career. She had a very outstanding career already in young years. And then an illness, what can an illness do to you when you have not the proper support, and the system just gives you then easily like all kind of medications, you know, which I think is very tricky. I have never taken any pharma meds, like psychopharma meds. Yeah, so she's a very special mixture. She teaches me a lot because she used to be in radio and also hosted a TV travel program. I often film, and it usually is very funny. So far, I've kept quiet about the fact that S has also put a roast in my oven. I'd rather wait with that. S doesn't know that I have so much to do with Tine at the moment. And at that point, I didn't know that she was still madly in love with him. I figured that out many years later. Sometimes I come to Tine and she's completely out of it and kind of sweaty. So I always find out that she's overslept and has mixed up the usual hard party drugs with her medication cocktail. A very nasty mixture, especially when you put then a lot of alcohol on it too. She's completely out of it. Strangely enough, I quickly calm her down, although I have never been confronted with such a situation, you know. And she's very, very pretty, a beauty, honestly. She really had the look and stuff. It's, you know, it's like sometimes with her career, like I know how I look. I have a character face. Like my actress profile is like really like character face related. I go for I have a completely different niche, and I'm absolutely happy for that, because I really found out for myself, where's my niche, like, you know, as an actor, where do I fit in? Nevertheless, I can also play other parts, but, you know, we have to find out where we fit in. And she had this classy beauty look, like in England we would say an English rose, yeah? But I can't imagine that it's healthy and helpful to mix all that and add alcohol and then not sleep and so on, you know, with all these medications, especially like lithium, you know, like that sounds so terrifying. I often tidy up her place and go shopping, you know, in a discounter. Because there's no shame about going to a discounter. I have seen really rich people going to discounters, especially nowadays. I mean, I for myself, I go a lot shopping organically, also on farmers markets, but, you know. But in that situation, so I went for her to discounter, also to save her money, but also that they have stuff and also cooked. She's unmanageable at the moment, but she's still manageable, and that's what I don't understand sometimes. There's another friend of mine recently, she opened up that she's really much bipolar, and she's very educated and she does a lot of voluntary work, but then obviously she's unable to work forever. She's already early retired, And that's very tricky because of these. One side, they put the people, they fill them up with all these very, like, huge cocktail of meds, which are prescription drugs. And we focus on the word drugs, you know, which they are, but legal and prescribed. But they do a lot of damage, you know. And then these people are so intelligent and they have so much, they still have the energy to do the things. And I think there's a misunderstanding of there should be more teachings or more awareness of that you are able to work because you do all these things. Maybe it just means allow yourself to follow your heart, what is in alignment with you and your talents and desires, you know. Because I understand if someone is not able to do anything, so you're just lying in bed or sitting on your chair, I don't know. So, but if I don't want to offend anyone, you know, it's like I'm just expressing my opinion. Also with a kind of sadness because, for instance, I have seen it there, a very, very beautiful woman, you know, who broke literally apart. I mean, Tine is amazing. On the other hand, I enjoy being together with all of us. It's fun and Tine has so much to tell. I soak it all up even if I don't really dare to come out of my Calimera shell yet. But I do soak it all up and remember a lot. And Tine also makes music and writes cool lyrics. Honestly, through her, I come across this genius poet, Masha Kaleko, which was a poet in the 20s. May I share something with you? Like, Masha Kaleko is a delightful, frank and direct German poet using rhyme and meter. She was born Golda Malka Orphan, 1907, in Galicia, Poland. The parents were Jewish. They moved to Germany, settling in Berlin 1918, just when the World War I ended. And she was married then with a popular poet who was published by Rowohlt. She remarried and lived from 1938 to 1956 in the USA, mostly in Greenwich Village. And later she went to West Jerusalem, where she died. And then she died in Zurich, 1975. But she was amazing. I love her poems. So I just found a translation for you from a lovely poem. May I share that with you shortly, if you don't mind? So, it's just cold reading, yeah? I'm glad, call it groundless enjoyment. I'm glad that clouds go racing overhead and there's hail and frost and snow and showers. I'm also glad that green times come instead with wild hedge roses and with elderflowers. The blackbirds trill, bees hum and murmur too. That midges bite and blowflies buzz along. The red balloons go soaring in the blue. That chiff-chaffs chirp and fishes hold their tongue. I'm glad the moon is stationed in the sky, and every day the sun goes climbing high. Summer leads autumn, winter yields to spring. I like this very reasonable thing. No matter that the know-alls can't connect, not everything is for the intellect. I'm glad that's the point of life for me. I'm glad, and most of all, I'm glad to be. How marvelous, no? I'm in control. No way could I be gladder. I've poked the fire, I walk on polished boards. On days like this, we clamber up the ladder that runs from earth to raise us heavenwards. Jolly good. We can do just what we we can do just what we are supposed to do, loving ourselves. We love our neighbor too. I'm glad I'm always thoughtful and appraising. The rare, the beautiful, and the amazing. Such pleasure, such excitement to be had. Just a sec. Oops. I'm glad. Oh, lovely. I love her. She's so amazing. Isn't that a lovely text? Wrote a lot poems in her early days in Berlin dialect. Like there's one gossip in the stairways. It's so lovely. It's my favorite. But I tell you about that another time. May I share music from Tine? Great lyric. It's in German.
Trink auch noch Bier auf den Wein. Kann denn das sein? Bin ich eigentlich blöde, dass ich immer noch auf dich warte? Und jetzt weiß ich auch nicht mehr, was ich singen soll, weil es ist nämlich egal. Ich ruf dich ganz bestimmt nie wieder an. Ich hab die Schnauze voll. Und auf dich zu warten, finde ich überhaupt nicht mehr toll. Das war eigentlich der Schluss. Aber wenn ihr tanzen wollt, können wir das gerne tun.
Yeah, there's another one. How is this? Yeah, well, there's another one. A small electro. Let me play that for you. 0 straight. I think it's amazing. It puts tears in my eyes. I'm really touched. Because she kind of disappeared. And what an exceptional talent, you know what I mean? She could do collage work. I mean, she...
Looking for something, nothing.
It's amazing, right? It's amazing. Yeah, so she was, to be frank, she told me about radio and stuff. And then I gave it a go. She told me about collage work because she did completely different style, but you know, I picked it up from her because she showed it to me. I was really young. And yeah, a lot of things, like it's amazing. So I got the main influences, to be frank, in the Berlin art scene was Tine, Magnus, her confidence and like the free spirit, how she, you know, played with words. I mean, she's very exceptional with her wittiness and smartness and how she plays with words. She's so great text. I remember then these songs. What else? Yeah, definitely about radio and stuff and how to being a presenter, but also being yourself and unique you, kind of. And then also the big influence through the art scene in Mitte in general and the theatre Volksbühne. Very much, you know. I mean, these three poles, if I may say so, as poles, they gave me the tools, they implanted that in me, they inspired me, and yeah. But I'm a late bloomer, and I'm fine with that, you know, it's nothing wrong with that, you know. Yeah, that was Tine. So, and Masha Kaleko, yeah, so, and also she was writing so great text, yeah, and through her I got in touch with all these poems of Masha Kaleko. It's very great stuff, you know, and how she wrote, and she wrote poems, and she wrote short stories and stuff, and all these. Oh, I do write morning pages. You know, I was very lost when I was hanging out with her, and she was constantly like teaching me. That was not understandable for me. How she can be unmanageable with her life. She was just before she had such a great career, and then you know, the wrong doctors. I don't know, the wrong system for people like she is. Was not enough support because she was teaching me constantly. Like also through her, I'm not joking, especially from that time I was just telling you about. Sorry. She then gave me a book, Julia Cameron, and said, "Darling, may I suggest you write morning pages? That's really helpful." So I did start morning pages in a very tiny book. Then it got a bit bigger. Now it's Tine A4 pages since then. So these were the good parts of Tine Wagner's, bless her. Wherever she is right now, I hope she's well. You know, and people like hers, we really have to pray for people like them. I know they can cause a lot of trauma and drama, but you know, it's not personal. They are spiritually ill, and the systems do not support them very much, except from giving them a lot of meds, which is not really, for my understanding, helping the situation. It's just masking everything and making it worse, you know, especially when then people go to party, and then you know they take other stuff, and then they have the complete mixture, which is worse. So Tine also plays a lot of her songs and burns me a CD. She really is a natural talent. I would say an exceptional talent, really natural. All the sadder to see what is going on with her. Her lyrics and acumen are just hard to beat. I'm starting to feel overwhelmed. I'm sometimes sucked dry. I've also completely lost my way. I'm trying to realign myself. But then she gives me these things like that book from Julia Cameron. I bought myself then one. And I still do the morning pages because it really clears the fuck out of me, you know? Even, let's say, I have had a lot of dreams recently, you know, shifting and stuff. You know, I'm in a transformation process. And then I just write it down in my morning pages and everything what I'm planned for the day or affirmations. It's amazing. So thanks to Tine, she told me about that. Yeah. So, and yeah, then there was Jim's birthday coming up. I wrote about that, and he was so excited, 5 years old, and it was a theme birthday, pirate. He also had all kind of plays like and tools like pirate, and so we had to dress up like pirates. So I was Pirate Jenny, if you remember Pirate Jenny, like Bertolt Brecht, the I don't know, Seeräuber Jenny, how can I say Seeräuber? Sea Gangster Jenny? I don't know, I'm sorry. I have to check that word, I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so he was very excited, this little boy. We could barely put him to sleep. He was so excited. So the next morning, we dressed him up, we'd make everything ready. And all the children are coming with their mummies and stuff. What a blast. Little birthday. It was very funny. And once I went, a few days later, I picked him up and we went together to see a movie. It was pirates, like a cartoon. Yeah, it was really sweet. Little boy, yeah. So, yeah. Thank you for coming along. And today I had one meditation was like, I'm on Insight Timer. If you know Insight Timer, it's an app, meditation app with teachings and all kind of stuff. I'm on that very much again. And there was like one meditation, and they were just constantly coming. They were constantly telling affirmations, and that's so good because if you want to, you can repeat them yourself, and it's such a great booster, It's all about the mindset and to switch the moods and, to raise the frequency. So, yeah. Allow yourself and may you choose for yourself happiness no matter what, bad things. And all this too shall pass, Shit happens. But, we're here to learn and to grow, to forgive. Forgiving is very important, I tell you that. If I would practice forgiveness, oh my gosh, I would be a shattered person. Forgiveness is very important. Because we want forgiveness too, no one of us is perfect. Wouldn't that be boring if it would all be so perfect? Anyway, please have a look. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet to help support my channel and my writing process, of course, because you inspire me to. And have a look. There are 3 links, like Redbubble, then another one, Shopify, and from my website. You also can may have a look on my website. I write blogs. Also have under the section projects my artwork, some of it, which is there you can purchase it. We can arrange. Prices are negotiable. You know what I mean? And yes, if you want to have a look, subscribe, have a lovely day, lots of love for you, and may you choose for you happiness and joy and health, and have a lovely day.